Think I have anyone on. I'm just gonna leave this. What up, D? What up, Facebook user? It doesn't have your name on there, but I'm just gonna I'm just gonna leave this on Facebook and YouTube. I was just jumping on here just to give my thoughts on a couple of things. So I know many of you probably are asleep. So if you watch this later, that's good. You know, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share it so other people can hear my thoughts on it. So I'm gonna move through. Oh, what up, Greg? How you doing, man? Yeah, I saw your post earlier. We'll get into that, man. That was a very interesting post. We can get into that later, okay? So I'm gonna move on. First thing that was sent to me, I want to jump into this. It was sent to me, everybody was talking about this new sandal. Where you can get to it, come on. There it is. So you guys see the sandal. This is, you're probably wondering what this is. This is the new Yeezy whatever sandal. I don't know why his shoes always look weird. This one looks like a fortune cookie. I mean, good Lord. So first thing that came to my mind when I saw this thing was simple.
I have just one question for you. What of those?
We need to stop putting this crazy stuff on our feet. And just because it costs a lot of money, it costs, but it doesn't mean you need to wear it. You know, some of us would get so caught up on how much it costs. I mean, I've seen plenty of people wear Jordans and retro ones that probably cost like $500 that look just as simple as a regular shoe, regular Nike. And I don't know the difference between Raekwon tonight. He was talking about at church, he said something about retro ones or Mexicanos. I don't know what that is. So somebody, if you're watching this and you watch this later, could you please tell me what that is? Because I'm not necessarily a shoe connoisseur. I'm the kind of person that I see a shoe and I like it and I buy it. And that's the way it usually goes for me. So if you can tell me what these are, I'll be happy to just share it. But I'm not paying $200 for them. I'm not paying $175. I don't think I would even pay $25 for these shoes. These are the most hideous looking shoes I've ever seen in my life. I don't know what Yeezy has, well, whatever he calls himself these days. I don't know what is about him shoes, okay? I'm just not big on name brands like that. I mean, I won't wear Buddies or Tracks or Pro Wings, but when it comes to shoes, if I like it and it matches what I'm wearing, that's what I usually roll with. I'm sorry if that disappoints you, but I don't really care. Anyway, another thing that was sent to me real quick was this. It said, keys to know before dating a single mom, my kids come first. To the person that sent this to me, that's fine. You know, you can feel this way. A lot of men will just not go there with you because you're not putting them first. And I think that's what a lot of men are saying. You know, we don't want to be second. We want to be first to build this thing. Then our children can be our first. So I think when you say my children come first, you need to watch that if you are in the dating market. So to the person that sent me this, I'm not trying to move too fast from it, but I'm just saying when you have a child, it should be your first, then maybe you should steer clear of dating or whatever, because if you're not able to put this man first, it might cause an issue depending on the man that you are with. Okay, so I hope that helps you. Now, speaking of baby mamas, you guys are going to get a kick out of what I just came across today. When I saw this, I was like, okay, I'm going to throw this in real quick and let you guys see what happens here.
My dog, right here, I pull up, bro. Sit out here waiting, bro. He mad about a baby mama like she don't even funny like my fucking dogs, man. That's what's happening, boss. I'm saying, bro, like, why you keep calling her? Bro, why you tripping, though? I'm saying, why you keep calling her? Bro, all I'm saying, bro, like, it's your baby mama, it's your girl. I don't know you, bro. Listen, I swear to God, hey, y'all, I'm recording this for a reason, bro. Cause niggas acting stupid. Cause I don't trust you. I don't know you. Bro, you sitting there saying, hey, yo, look, bro, I pulled up to see his baby mama, Tasha. I pulled up to Tasha, her baby daddy. It don't matter, bro. I don't know you don't want to. Her baby daddy sitting there, look at this. Bro, no, for what? For what? Crazy shit, bro. This how you go their lives too, broken over simple like this. The whip over simple. She don't want you. She don't want you. She don't want you. She told you I don't give a she been with me. But for what? For what? Bro, don't try to fight. I'm not finna fight, man. Shut your man also. Bro, I'm not finna fight you over no down love, though. I'm not gonna fight you over no down love, though. Bro, I'm not gonna fight you over no down love, though. That's what I'm saying. Bro, why you sitting there? Bro, I ain't trying to hear that shit, man. I ain't trying to hear that out here, man. Alright. Yeah, you look at dog. He mad cause I on his baby mama, bro. Look. Like, for what? I'm gonna step out for look at the dog. Bro, look at bro, stop kicking my bro. Stop kicking my car, bro. Stop kicking my car. Bro, stop. I said, what you mad for? What you, so I'm a your baby mama. You your baby mama. My baby mama. Your baby mama. God, this stupid. Look at this, bro. Look at it. It be went over, bro. Look at this. God, this is crazy. That's crazy, bro. I pulled up to all girl crib, bro. His baby mama Tasha, bro. Look at him, bro. This, bro. Look at this, bro. Let me show y'all.
So if you're wondering what that was, apparently a man pulled up to see his girl that he doesn't love, and her baby daddy showed up at the same time and was upset that he was there. Started kicking his car and everything, started making a scene. Dude would not get out of his car, which was smart on his part. But I'm thinking to myself, wow, this has to be the dumbest thing ever. And he said, I'm not going to fight over a woman I don't love, but he's at her house. This is what we're talking about. You are at a woman's house. You don't love her. She probably knows you don't love her, but she's willing to possibly make another baby with you, have two baby daddies. One of them's crazy, kicked his car and everything else. When I saw this, I said, this is unbelievable, but this is not a skit. This actually really did happen. And man, oh man, I wish I really had time tonight to really dig into this. Maybe we will on Monday, but when I saw this, I was like, oh my God, I got to post this. This is crazy. Dude showed up to this lady's house. This is another reason why dudes are steering clear. Like somebody like myself, I have way too much to lose. So I'm not going to be showing up over baby mama house if the dad is crazy. I don't really mess with hood bandits anyway, but if I did, I'm definitely not going to mess with one that has a baby daddy because it could be a problem. So that was crazy, y'all. Tell me in the comment section what you think about this. Would you, as a man, show up to a house like that? Dude, there, I probably, I don't want to talk about what would have happened if I was there. Now, I saw this on one of my Facebook friends' comment section or timeline. I wanted to share this with you really quick before we move on. Check this out. He said, please don't get mad at me. The reason why drummers get paid the least is because their instrument is the easiest. They don't have to worry about learning different keys, talk music, backing the preacher up, setting the mood, or lots of other things. Now, there are exceptions to the rule. If the drummer is the MD or has a long resume, there's a difference. The organ keyboard is the hardest instrument with the most responsibility, generally speaking. So they get paid more. This post is just concerning church. To answer this, I would say this. The reason why the drummer is most often the least paid in the band, it depends on the church, but the reason why is because there's so many. It's supply and demand. There's so many drummers, and so the market is saturated with drummers, so you really don't have to pay a higher rate. It's supply and demand. To find a keyboard player that's good enough to carry a service, that's going to be harder to find, so they usually get paid more. And yeah, you're right, the keyboard player has the most responsibility, but still, if you have a resume, you will be paid more. But I think it's more supply and demand. More keyboard players, they're not really floating around that can carry a service depending on the church. I know at our church, definitely you have to be one of the top because there's no way you could carry that service. But other churches, they may not feel the same way. I don't think it has to do with the drummer being the easy, because it's absolutely not. Depending on what church you at, the drummer is working just as hard as everybody else. The drummer in some churches even carry the service. So I wouldn't say it's the easiest. I would say it's more supply and demand. I think it's more economics than it is their playing ability. So when I saw this, I was like, I'm going to give my little 2 cents, my $0.02 in it. So hope that helped you. It has nothing to do with skill level. It's more or less to deal with the economy. So many drummers. And when I go to conventions, it's drummer. Then you may see a handful of bass players. You probably see maybe, if you good, you can find maybe 3 or 4 guitar players. But then you may have a few keyboard players, but not so many that are great, the highest level, that you could say, hey, here's our service. We're trusting you to carry it, especially in a mega church. It really doesn't happen like that. So yeah, when I saw this, I said I had to cover it. But anyway, let's go on with the show. You guys are here for Preachers Gone Wild, and I do have a quick one, but it's a good one. I don't plan to be here nothing but an hour, maybe 45 minutes if we can keep it moving. I do want you guys to engage, though. I don't just want you to just sit there and watch. Okay, so if you see a point and you want to bring it up, I'll highlight it for you. But anyway, one more thing that was sent me. Let me jump on this, because I saw this and I said I'm going to touch on it real quick. Is it okay to correct your spouse in front of your children? Need answers. I saw this by a friend of mine, his brother, and I said I'm going to touch on this real fast. Now, I'm not married, never been married, but I would think, because I work with children, in a situation, you don't do that in front of your children because it sends a bad message. You don't want to correct your person. They don't want to see you arguing. I don't think that's a good look for children. I think children absorb everything. And so to do it in front of your children, whoever is the person getting beat down, like if it's the father, what's up, Juwan? If it's the father, he's going to look weak in front of his children. They're going to start, they will disrespect you. That's what happens. So if you're the mother, the children won't listen to you because they're going to believe that the father is the one that's calling the shots. I think when you guys have a disagreement or something, it's better to go in another room and discuss it and be done with it, okay? So when I saw this, I said I'm going to touch on it. I'm not going to wait till the show Monday. I'm going to do it now because it's here. And by Monday, it may be stale, like this stellar word, but I still want to give my points on it, okay? Anyway, let's move on. I know you guys are here for Preachers Gone Wild, and we are here now. First things first. You need to know in church when you've had enough. Sometimes when you need to give up the mic and go and sit down, and you continue to go, God himself will get involved. And then you will find yourself here on Preachers Gone Wild, the show where I don't go into your personal business, but if you do it live, it most likely will find itself here.
When I think of his goodness and all he has done for me, my soul shouts hallelujah.
Lord, You just cannot make this up. When I saw that, I was like, man, dude literally fell down. Like, what was he doing? Like, sometimes it's better just sit down. And so God was like, no, since you want to make it about you, I'm going to make it about you, and you're going to find yourself on Preachers Go Wild. That was a trip, but still, nothing like something. I know some of you so used to me doing this pause thing, but what's going on with my scenes? Hold on. It's not working for me. Take them down, musicians. Right. None of my scenes are working. Hold on. 1 second, please. All right. Okay, we're back. So something was going on with my joke screen. I need my jokes here. I can't do them without my jokes. There we go. So now we going. Now, y'all need to see this because that pause was just on me. I needed this pause. I just needed to have it because when you see this oldie but goodie, I've seen preachers fall. Miss Lynn, how many times have you seen it though? I want to know. You need to tell me because you from PAW. So if you've seen it, it had to be the Holy Ghost telling them to sit down. But in the meantime, while she types, check this out. This is a super pause moment. Pause, 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 pause. When Lord split me wide open, can somebody please help me with this one? What does this mean, y'all? If I wish, I don't know when she recorded this. Judging by the hairstyle, it had to be early 2000s. But if this is new, we even got a bigger problem. But Lord, split me wide, split me open. I'm confused. I'm bewildered. Hold on, where that? Where you at, Morris? Where you at? No, not you. Come on.
They get confused. Bewildered. Lethargic. Woo! Amen.
I don't know what this is. Somebody can please help me. Please help me. Now, you guys are here to talk about it, and I'm happy to bring it to you. They talk about pop. Yeah. Split, right. Kasim, I wish I knew what this. They are taking it too far, but split me open is only one thing. Because we're in churches now, you know, sometimes they be like, let's get intimate. Let's get intimate with them. Yes, let's caress them. Let's kiss on them. And I'm sitting up here, man, wait, what is this? Is this a church service? Because if you're telling me to kiss on the Savior, I don't want to kiss on another man. Savior or no. Not like that. Let's love on him. Love even Jesus. He like, wait, what? I'm not asking you to do nothing like that. Even Jesus, like, wait a minute. I'm not telling you to kiss on me and caress on me and love on me. So I don't know. We do too much in church. But anyway, let's get to it. Let's get to it. So the Stellar Awards, it happened Sunday. I gave a little bit Monday on my show, so if you want to see it, it's up. I gave a little bit of it, but I'm gonna really give you what I think right now, real quick. Okay, here's the thing I feel about the Stellars. What I saw, just for me, because it was statements saying it's not a church service, there's not going to be an altar call. I think those are I think that's hyperbole when people are saying what they want from the Stellars. I remember the day, I go back, I remember the very first Stellar Awards, okay? This is 37. You see, that goes to show you, I'm showing a little bit of my age. This is the 37th Stellar Award. I remember the first one. And I remember, even though it was an award show, there was still an element of us. When I mean by us, our culture, our church culture. They didn't make it look like a church service. I didn't think it carried like a church service. At least at first it kind of did. You know, it was like more like a banquet situation. But I think now with the Stellar Awards, we are somewhere else. we're not where we once were, okay? I feel like the Stellar Awards right now, it looks like the BET Awards. That's what I feel it looks like. And the thing with me and the Stellar Awards, I have a love for gospel music. And so when I see the Stellar Awards drift away from what I knew it to be, I mean, for crying out loud, it was one Stellar Award where they were bumping. It's still an element of church because that's what it is. It's gospel music. It's church music. It's music that's sung to a Christian audience. Where do you hear most Christian music? Do you hear it in the club? Do you hear, well, some of them you do, but do you most of it? Let's think most. Let's think majority statistically, okay? Where are you hearing most of this at? Are you hearing it in the club or are you hearing it in church? No, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think you should be having service. I don't think it should be ushers waving, saying, come on down, sit right here, man, with the arm. What is the arm behind the back? What does that mean? But I know they had a white glove sometimes, and they usually guide you to your seat. I don't think it's that. I don't think they should have an altar call. But if somebody should sing a song that ministers to people that make them want to be saved, as you guys say, then why? It's at that edifice, at Stellar Awards, where this happened. This is something we don't share with anyone else. It is ours and ours alone. The ability for the Spirit to come in and move, that's ours and ours alone. So you mean to tell me we need to shut that out just to be glamorous? Our music is our music. BET Awards cannot do it. The Grammys cannot do it. And even though I was really elated, they should have put that title in the drafts. But I think here's what I think. You can get entertainment at the Grammys. You can get entertainment at the MTV Music Awards. You can get it at the American Music Awards. You can get it at the BET Awards and somewhere else, right? What sets the Stellar Awards apart is because it's us, it's church people, it's gospel artists and gospel musicians. They have their thing. And like I said, we share something that no one else could share. Somebody could get up and sing a song, and it can minister to you so much that people can see you in tears and praising your God and lifting up your hands and worshiping. You cannot necessarily see that, nor should you even think that it would happen anywhere else. But see, what ends up happening when it happens at the Grammys or when it happens at the BET Awards, now you are shocked and you crying then because you got all these other people, but you want to shut it off from the Stellar Awards, which is what what most of these people are singing about. Make it make sense to me. Why are we shifting? Like I agree, Avery. We are the most cultural shifting people in the world. And I said this when I did Donda, when my cousin and I did the Donda thing. It's still up. When we did our review of Donda, I said, this is where we're headed. Now you're eliminating the one thing that we do well. We worship. We church. I'm not saying have a service. But what I saw on BET, we're not anything different than what we're supposed to represent. I thought we're supposed to be different. I thought we're not supposed to look, quote unquote, like the world, but we're happy to look like the world. This is a new day. Make it make sense for me. How far are we willing to go? How far are we willing to go? Well, we're just saying we're just going to toss up everything. Now where it used to be church, now it's what? 6-4-1-5. This is church. Even though I can appreciate that, but we should never get rid of what our culture was. This is our culture. So why are we still arguing about what the Stellar Awards was? To a lot of people that were purists, I'm right in the middle with it. And I'm going to tell you where I'm right in the middle. I'm giving you one side, but I'm going to give you the other side in a second. But I'm thinking we should not give up what we are. We have allegedly the Holy Spirit. We have allegedly a relationship with God. And I'm not judging people in Grammys. I don't know what they do. But we are literally telling people we do. We are literally singing songs of worship to him. So why would we say, oh, that's not important? We're moving to a whole new day. Nobody's telling y'all to have church service up in there. I've never seen anybody say that. But when people are upset when they see this and they can't tell the difference between this and BET Awards, which is true, why are you attacking them? You should really be saying, man, we're supposed to be different. We're supposed to be different. Now, on the other hand, I'm happy to see the production be better. I'm happy to see them coming up to a higher level. I've been saying this for a while. I think Ricky knows how I feel about it, and some of the musicians know how I feel about it. I feel like it was tacky. I wish we could all bring our own bands, but maybe that'll happen later. Maybe, you know, when they can shift the bands around and flip the stages like they do at the Grammy, they allow the, move from a house band. Even though they were killing, I enjoyed it, that part of it. But every artist had dancers. Every artist? So if I get up there and I say, nearer, my God, to thee, near, so now they're going to be up there. Is that where we headed? There was no reason to have dancers for Jason Nelson. There was no reason for that. I could see Ty. I could see some of that. But I was looking at this thing like, I didn't watch it on Sunday. I have stopped watching it for a while now. But I watched it because everybody was talking about it. But when I saw it, I was like, And I almost, because I'm doing this live, if I was really, really trying to do it, I would have showed you a clip that I saw from the BET Awards, right? And then I would have turned around and showed the clip of what I just saw on Sunday, and you guys would have said, there's no difference. Only thing that's different is maybe what they're singing, but with all the lights and everything else, we'd be like, oh, they singing something, what you saying? Every artist had dancer. You're right, David. Every artist had dancer. And I'm like, what is this? So if I get up there, amazing grace, they're going to come out. I'm like, this is amazing. This is amazing grace. This is amazing grace. Do we need dancers for this? And I'm confused as an artist myself because I play for an artist and you hear me playing. That makes me an artist. Okay, I'm performing and playing a musical instrument on something that's recorded. I am a recorded artist. Some people don't think so. That's fine. But by definition. So as an artist myself, or someone that plays for many of the artists that you know have seen me play for them before, I'm still shaking my head of where we're going. Because there is no way, first of all, we can't compete with those artists on BET, so why are we even trying to do that? But my thing is, I don't want us always bending and breaking for somebody else. We shouldn't have to bend and break for some other culture. We shouldn't have to bend and break just to make $1. We shouldn't have to do that. This was ours. This was ours. It goes all the way back to your African spiritual songs, all the way to now. You shouldn't be bending and conforming to everybody else. If anything, make them bend and conform to you. They're not doing that for you. Make it make sense for me, y'all. So when I'm seeing my friends and everybody's talking about this thing, I'm sitting up here like, the truth is right in your face. It's Occam's razor. It's right here in your face. It's staring you in your face. And that truth is, we are getting away from what we started. The original roots of it. The Stellar Awards was supposed to be for gospel music artists to have their night. If we're doing everything and we're inviting everybody in to participate who are not gospel artists, we're eventually going to lose, and we started. It's already been right in front of your face. We're going to lose the one thing that we had that was quote unquote pure, which is our music. Regardless of the business, regardless of what you think they do in their personal life, I don't care about all that. I'm talking about the music. It's ours. And the more we try to do what they doing, the more we going to lose what we have. I thought, man, some of y'all get up in the mic, you say, man, I'm happy the Spirit gave it to me. If you're conforming to what they're doing, who? And that's what I feel about it. No, it shouldn't be no altar call unless the Spirit comes in. Because we know it can happen. That's the beauty of it. But if we say all the way from jump, we don't want you, the person that you're supposed to be singing to, how does that look? How does that look? We know when you go to the Grammys, what they singing about, self-grandizing. They pretty much singing about money, hoes, or whatever. I'm sorry, YouTube. Money, women, and everything else. They singing about that, but we're singing to edify, to encourage, to worship, to do all of these things. And a lot of those other genres, they can't touch that. They may make more money, but we got something that's way more deeper. I thought. Maybe I'm wrong. Tell me in the comment section. Don Jackson must not be too involved in production or something. I don't know. I think the person that did our production for the thing on the Sunday did the production. I'm thinking. At least that's what I was told. I wasn't, I didn't have too much contact with the camera people or that side of the production. We was mostly dealing with the music side. But the production quality was there. Oh, the quality was there. I was happy about that. I was elated. But I'm looking at it. We don't look different. We are the same. We becoming the same. And I don't think that's a good thing for us as gospel artists. This is just my opinion. Now, before you come up on here and try to rip me, understand, I'm just giving my opinion. I haven't attacked anyone, and that's not what I do here. I'm giving my opinion. Now, I've been in this thing, like I said, we already know I've been in 37 years. So I've been following gospel music this long. I believe myself to be a gospel purist. I know gospel music. I love gospel music. I've seen it transcend. And like I said, we've seen Maverick City. I can't say I love them. I love what they're doing. I'm not necessarily a fan, but we already had God's property. We already had Ty Tribbett and GA do radical things. So I'm not, I'm sorry, but I'm not necessarily so moved by the next wave. That's just me. You might love them. To me, I'm like, okay, it's good. What else? Is football on? Okay, let's do that. And that's just me. I'm not knocking you. So when people say Maverick City was this, that, I'm like, okay, whatever. But I just don't want us to lose our thing. Dorothy, I don't even want to say her name, but I'm going to say it anyway. When Dottie Peoples hit stage, y'all know, well, I know one person's going to be in the spirit, but everybody else may not be. I know. I'm just saying. Yeah, you are super late. Let me see your comments. There's no more radical. That we sure to just being naked. And that's what I'm saying. Is that what we're headed to? Is that what we're headed to? I don't want that to be for us. I love gospel music to be us. Church, not necessarily a church setting, but it always left room for God. It always left room for the Spirit. It always left room. If the Spirit come in, like on Sunday's Best, they'd be like, go ahead and let us shout. That's our thing. Why should we be ashamed that that's what we are? That's who we are. We don't have to do what everybody does. We don't have to do award shows like everybody else. You can be elegant. You can be dressed up. But the one thing we got that they don't have, at any moment, that Spirit can come in and wreck that old place. And if we're saying now, God, you are omnipotent, we worship you on our songs. Thank you for making us money. Thank you for getting us these awards. But when it comes to our show, we don't want you there. Is that what we're saying? We don't want you there. We don't even want you to even show up. We don't want you. We just want to entertain at this point. Now, I do. I'm an entertainer myself. I understand there's a difference, but you should never. It's never been a time in my life when I sat on the base and I said, I'm here to entertain. If God go come in, I want him to. And it's that way across the board. It should be that way across the board. That's what I'm saying. Let me see what you're saying here. Was there any song from the show that will be sang 30 years from now? Not many. Not many. And they're just trends. And that's another thing. You hear me? That's another thing. We have so many trendsetters that still remain and music still lives. You still got that. We got that soul. We got that, right? But if we start doing trends like everybody else, doing trap music one week and then R&B in the next, we're going to go out of style just like them. You're going to find yourself having to do so many different things to try to keep up. We don't need to keep up with them. They keep up with us. We serve something much greater. So if we serving, here's the thing. If we serving Yah, we serving God, right? And we're supposed to be following up behind him. We're supposed to be doing what he would, find worthy of us, right? If they're following whoever they're following, we would say the old mothers, they would say Satan. So if we're following up behind them, and because we think what they're doing is greater, how does this look on this side? I know that's a crazy analogy, but you have to use your mind. Think about that for 1 second. Are we going to do what they do because we know who they're serving? And some of them would admit it. But we're supposed to serve something greater. But we don't think this is great enough. We're going to do what they're doing. I don't like that. I do not like that at all. For me, that's what saddened me. When I watched it, production-wise, I was like, yeah. From a church boy, it's like, I don't like it. Bring us. Stop conforming. Be us. I want us back. I want to see us. If it stays elegant, then it stays elegant. But you always leave room for God. Always leave that room. I don't care if you mad that it turned to a church service, I'm gonna look at you side eye. Because if the Spirit came in and that place got wrecked, I'm sure some people be like, this is ghetto. That's your ghetto. But the Spirit, I mean, I know it's times. There are times. But you singing praises to God. What other time would there be to allow the move of God? What other time would there be for the Spirit to come in and touch somebody's heart? What other time would that be? You singing songs. Well, help me make sense of all of this. God, we worship you, just not at the Stellar Awards. What is this? Make it make sense for me. Please make it make sense. So I don't know. Now that you heard what I'm saying, you hear my heart. I'm not knocking it, but I just don't want us to lose who we are. I'm not going to make this a racial thing, but there is an element of that too. But I'm not going to go there right now. But some of you on your lives go there because there is an element of that too. Because if they can come in with us and we'll accept them and then do their style, now, then we even lose ourselves even more. And then the bad part about it, they'll come in and take all gospel, the awards that should go to you, that you're not going to even get because now they doing 6-4-1-5 and everybody's doing 6-4-1-5 to try to keep up with them and you're playing in their will book. That's their thing. I saw one video that people been trying to get on Preachers Going Wild for so long. And I won't post it for that reason. People are singing joy. They're going, joy, joy, 1 and 3, 1 and 3, joy, joy, 1 and 3, joy, joy, 1 and 3. I'm not going to post that. But because it's at that point, you see, this is something we have. They ain't there. They 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. Why? How do you physically clap on 1, 3 on the bump? 1, 3, da 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 da. Can you imagine if they was doing this? Da 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 da. I'm like, that's on 1 and 3, but that's something we have. Impeccable rhythm. Most of us, not all, because some y'all still clap on 1s and 3s, but nevertheless, I just don't want us to lose us. If you leave this live, take this away. Say, D. Hearn just doesn't want us to lose us. Be elegant, but don't take the Spirit out and don't lose you. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. David, I know that's crazy, but that wasn't the only thing that happened, y'all. Before I jump off of here, it's something even deeper we're going to touch on. Now, I need you guys to hear my heart because I'm going to share it. But I want you guys to sit just for a couple of seconds, right? Open your mind up. Pause. That was a super pause too. I want you guys to watch this video real quick, okay? Please, I'm not going to be too long. I'm not going to be too long. Here we go.
I want to preach to you elders. I want to preach to you superintendents, pastors, and leaders. We're called to speak up. We're called to say something. Beyonce just released Sacrilege.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The only thing I can account for some of this stuff is somebody done sold their soul to the devil. Now, all I can say to you is this. When you sell your soul to the devil, you get the short end of the stick. Because you're not going to live but so long. And when you leave here where you're going to be there forever. So it's not a good deal. I don't care what it gives you. But this piece of trash that's released. And she named it Church Girl. Now, I had thought to try to read the lyrics to you, but I struggled to listen to them. It's too bad. It's too bad. It's not for public consumption. It would be a desecration if I read this. And I don't recommend it. You know, parents, I know all your little children they're all of them 3 months old, they got a cell phone. But I don't recommend that you let them listen to this. It's the worst. Am I right? It's the worst. You can't get and to sample the song of a real church lady, yes, sir, tweak a clock. I don't know whether she knew what she was going to do with the song or not. She knows she's not saved. I don't talk about anything that's not public. Yes, sir. Anything that's public is fair game. Yes, sir. And I pray to God that a stiff denunciation of what she did, yes, sir, with that song is put out. It shows that we're not speaking up. Don't nobody respect the church. The world don't respect the church. So you can't win the world enamored by them. I'm just so proud that somebody would want to use my music. What do you mean? You're one of the best in the world.
You're preaching, sir. You're preaching, sir. You're preaching, sir.
We sing for Jesus. I tell you what did help me. Marshall just released, where is she at? Released hers. And that's the one you need to buy. That's the one. Got a good beat to it, if you feel like shouting.
Yes, sir.
A sanctified, unmistakably sanctified message. Amen. And you know, can't nobody sing any better. But to show this kind of disrespect for the church, and what's sad is this, there will be church people who will defend it. But let me tell you something. I'm not bothered by those who defend that kind of garbage. I'm bothered by those who say nothing. You're the ones who angers me. Am I right? The late President Richard Milhous Nixon said nothing hurt him. Because he was criticized for Watergate. He said nothing hurt him as bad as the indifference of his friends. See, it just bothers me when we go silent, when we go neutral. Do you not know? I'm going to preach this in a minute. Do you not know that in the Bible there are no demilitarized zones? Jesus said, he that is not for me is against me. And he who is not gathering together is scattering abroad. Now, whose side are you on? Well, the Lord hadn't led me to say anything. God's gonna kill you for telling that lie. When the Lord calls you, when He calls you, we all call. Y'all said today. I was reading it to you for a reason. You're going to defend the doctrine of the church. You're going to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ. Now, when you see obvious wrong, how much do you have to be led to say something against obvious wrong? I tell you one thing about the world don't need any leading. Now I do admire that about him. I admit I admire that about the sinner. Now the sinner is committed.
Y'all, I agree with him. And this bishop could have made Preachers Going Wild 3-4 times if I was doing the show back then. So I'm relatively, getting my feet wet. I've been in here maybe not even a year yet, but man, he would have definitely made Preachers Going Wild. I might have been here a little bit over a year, but nevertheless, he definitely hit on some points. So if those of you that don't know what happened, Beyonce did a song called Church Girl. And people were saying, why did you listen to it? Well, for one, if you heard Twinkie Clark had a sample on it, that's the reason why I listened to it, because I'm like, when I found out it was a sample that she used that was a Twinkie Clark song. Now, I didn't know the song. Could you put in the comment section what song was that they sampled if you heard the song? What song was that they sampled? It was fast. So I couldn't really tell what it was. But when Beyonce put it out there, we know it's some cha-ching that's going to happen. But you should have known one thing was going to happen when this man went there, right? Do we really even have to say? They were coming, right? Pause, but not really. The Beehive was going to come for him. And y'all know, if you've been watching this live, you already know I say it all the time. Where's the gold found, everybody? If you've been watching this live, where's the gold found? In the comment section. So we have some of the comments. And believe you me, they were wild. They were wild. The first thing you will see is people try to deflect. This has always happened. It always happens all the time. Deflect. I wonder what Bishop J. Drew, Karen, Dorinda, and Kiera have to say about this. Meanwhile, Twinkie has cashed the check, which she probably has, and is in Aruba. Beyonce could give two flying. Now, mind you, this is on the Christian or Larry Reed's live feed, right? Basically church people, right? Furthermore, here we go. The Kojic is full of corruption, gays, married to women to hold a position, and a whole lot of secret babies that's been hidden. Help. This is deflection. This has nothing to do with the song. It has nothing to do with what he's saying. We need to learn as people how to debate. One of the things that intellectuals like myself and other people watching, they know when they see a fallacy. They would call this a red herring or a straw man. A red herring is when you basically deflecting. A straw man is when you present an argument that I didn't present, and then you beat that argument and say, see, I won the argument because I did this. No, we're not talking about what's going on in the Kojic. We're talking about what's happening with this song. Okay, so learn how to stay on topic. Now, if those of you who have debated me, you already know how I go. I will call out your fallacy. Let me see what you're saying. Teaching scary to see how. Right. I agree. At least I agree. And we're going to get there. We're going to get there real soon. I'm trying to get this done. Okay. So that was one comment, right? Here go another comment. Deflection. And this is exactly why Beyonce created the song to begin with, huh? Wait, what? We're going to get there. Ooh, it's going to be nasty too. Nobody can judge me but me. I was born free. So many times women, girls in the church let their pastor and the good book govern their entire lives. Shouldn't we all? It should govern our entire lives. This makes no sense, ma'am, or sir, or ma'am, sir, whatever. It makes no sense because that's what the Bible is for, is to guide, is to provide all the instruction you need to live a quote unquote Christian life, right? Meanwhile, here we go, deflection. The men in the church always manage to do whatever they want, whoever they want to do with no consequence. That's not true. That's absolutely not true. There is an element of misogynistic behavior in some of the churches and a lot of the churches, but they don't just get away with everything. That's not true. That is absolutely not true. I hope every girl in the church listens to this song. I hope not. If my daughter was listening to this song, she would get a whooping every day until she turned 35. I would just beat on with general principles. She'll wake up in the morning, it's going to be a whooping today. It's a whooping every day, baby. You 35, you still going to get a whooping. I will whoop her so much her butt will be flatter than the wall. I will whoop her so much that her whelps will have whelps. I will whoop her so much that her jeans wouldn't fit so much because the whelps will have whelps on top of whelps. And they would look like she got a big booty, but it's not a big booty, it's just a scab. I would whoop my daughter if she listened to this song. And I'm going to tell you why later. I'm going to show you why. Here's another deflection. Here's another comment. The bishop is the very type of person that's stressing the church girl out. That's why she went to the club to release the stress. No, that you don't need to go to the club to release the stress. What in the club can you release the stress? There are many things you can do to release stress. Read a book. Find something to do. Something constructive. Meditate. Pray. Do something. Cook. Ooh, that's a good one. Because none of these songs say anything about being wives. None of these songs say anything about being a good companion. This is somebody that's going to be, like I said before, somebody.
She belongs to the streets.
That's all you raising. Listen, so no, this is not a good song to listen to, and I'm going to show you why. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Here's another deflection. Shaking my head. This is the same one that was going hard against Pride Month. It was. He made some controversial statements, but it's deflection. Don't bring up a straw man. You are bringing up an argument that nobody's talking about, and then you are attacking that to make brownie points. Can you defend can you argue against what he said? Where's your points against what he said? That's how you argue, people. I'm so sick and tired of our people acting like we don't got sense and we can't handle anything intellectually, because anytime somebody says anything that you don't like, you ready to attack them and call them names. We need to get our mental game up, people. We don't need to be argumentative and cussing and fussing and calling people names because we can't get a point. Learn how to debate like intellectuals. Attack his point. He said Beyonce's song was abhorrent and it was disgraceful and everything else. Show him and show everybody why it's not, by not calling names. Just stick to the Bible and stop all the singling people out because you're too old to do anything now. What? Wow. How do you know she's not saved? What does this say in Matthew? The same book that y'all like to read, the same chapter. Judge not lest thou be judged. Didn't later on in that same chapter it said, by their fruit you will know them? Now, I'm not, this is a no judging zone. I don't have a heaven or hell. My name is not Yahweh. My name is not Yah. My name is not Jehovah, or whatever you calling him, God, or whatever, Elohim, whatever you calling him. I'm not that. My name is D. So I'm not going to put you in heaven and hell. But if you are around here parading like a demonic inspiration, guess what? I need to. So basically, when people say don't judge people, basically you just want everybody to just walk around with blinders on. Because we judge people every day. You judge people who you're going to do business with. You judge people who you're going to bring into your house. You judge who you want to make your companion. You judge who you want to make your friends. You even judge the dogs when you go. You even judge your dogs. We're judgmental. We're analytical. That's what it simply means. Don't analyze people so harshly because one day somebody's going to do the same thing to you. It didn't tell you not to judge people. It's talking about righteous judgment. And in my opinion, Bishop is exhibiting righteous judgment here. Here we go. Where's the next one? Did I bring this one up? Nope. This one. Now, somebody actually said, and so in other words, this comment section is mad that the church people are offended by Beyonce's song Church Girl and the misuse of a legendary gospel artist's music to further disrespect our stance and message. It's giving weird. I don't know what that emoji is. Y'all need to stand up. I agree with this person. But you know, they lit her, whoever this person was, they lit her up. Oh my God, they lit her up. When you go back, it's on Larry Reid page. They lit her up. I didn't even want to go. Let's talk about this. Bishop Wooten, if the Clark sisters or Twinkie Clark haven't said anything, leave it alone. You can't judge at Beyonce. Why'd you have to tag her? Why'd you have to tag her, ma'am? Or sir, or ma'am? You knew they were coming. If she is saved or unsaved, the Bible stated, judge not lest that ye be judged. Huh? That's not, okay. Preachers need to stop this just because you got the mic that you can say anything across the pulpit. Now, here's what I want you guys to do. Throw up likes if you believe what he said was right. If you agree with what he said was right, throw up likes. If you didn't agree with him, throw up the mad signs. If you agree with him, throw up the likes. If you didn't agree, throw up the mad signs. That's what I want to see. I'm seeing the likes. I'm seeing you. I'm seeing the likes. Somebody didn't agree. I see you. Okay. I got, wait a minute. You not in the hive, are you? You're not in the hive, are you? Okay. Go ahead. The hive. You got a PhD?
I'm a PhD.
Okay, but for real, okay, I'm done with that. Okay, good. I see some people, they didn't like it or whatever. She should have changed the name of the song to. She should have just kept the song. Well, I'm gonna get to it, okay? But I don't know. I didn't think he went too far. We did a whole show on that. Here's one of the things I found funny. It's not funny, but it was funny because you went here. Check this out, y'all. His obsession with gays and now Beyonce makes me think he might be a little you-know. See, this is what I'm talking about. Shame, insults, guilt need to be right, even can be done for men. Sign language is just what you do. I see it all the time. When you can't win an argument, first thing you need to do is attack him. And why does his whole old sexuality have to do anything? There are many men in the Church of God in Christ, especially the older ones, that are not with the LGBTQ XYZ over the square root of 4. They're not with the community. And so they do go at them pretty harsh because back in the day, you didn't do it. Back in the day, they were a little bit more discreet than you are now. Now you just walk it up and you be like, it's raining, man. Hallelujah, it's raining. That's what you do now. But back then, when you came up in the church and you tried to do that junk, they were strictly telling you.
So what have we learned, if nothing else, children? Homie, don't play it!
They didn't do that back in the day. Back in the day, when you tried to be open, they would speak on it. They was pretty much sex. I did a whole show on sex. You can go watch it. They would talk about, they just told you not to do it. And they didn't care if you was gay, heterosexual, pansexual, sapiosexual. Take the sex out. You just didn't do it. You just need to be sapio. Sapio, hetero, just be hetero human. They didn't talk, you just didn't do sex. And they was pretty rough with it. Now, why are they so hard on gay? Because it just seemed like outside of the other things that go on, they feel, out of the ministers that I've spoken with, that you're just doing it just now, just out of spite. So they just feel like this is the only way we know how to do it. It's kind of, a bit of archaic, but I can kind of understand why they feel that way. Now, me, I don't think I would handle it this way. But it still doesn't give you the right. He's talking about Beyonce and the song, and you decided to attack his sexuality. Now, here come the funny ones that got me. Check this out. First of all, doing the black woman head roll, why is he even listening to Beyonce? Isn't that secular music? Now, ladies, this is not my regular show on Mondays. But what is the black woman head roll? Is that indicative of attitude that you about to cut some attitude? Why is this even a thing? And the funny part, everybody, when she said that, knew exactly what she meant. We're not going to go there today. But anyway, she says, why is he even listening to Beyonce? Because isn't he a family member? Didn't I say he was like her brother-in-law or something like that? If I had a song on there, my mom she really doesn't listen to R&B like that. But if I had a song that I said, hey, Jay-Z sampled my song, she would gasp. She would gasp. And then she would be like, okay, I'm going to listen to it. But if it was really, really bad, she would definitely do the church mother. I don't like it. I don't like it. That's what she would do. But that's why he was listening to it. He didn't listen to it because he listens to R&B. See, this is you deflecting again or attacking him. He doesn't listen to, I don't even know this guy, but I can almost guarantee he's not listening to R&B like that. Right? Now, let's check this out. Here go another one. I'm convinced that most of these folks, especially men, we're going to talk about communication Monday, y'all. Why did you have to attack all men? But are high key jealous of the success of these two women, huh? They lust for the type of influence and get mad at the women who have it. These two women can't just be successful on their own because, not cuz. They are black and women. The devil has to be involved. Agreed, they are sexist chauvinists. Now, it's supposed to be with an S, Emerson. But anyway, let me explain this and I'm going to slow this down for you. Nobody's jealous. Back in the day, they did do that. Like I said, there was misogyny. This was like the 60s, though. That was the climate then anyway. I don't think women even have rights during that time before all of this happened. I think they may have just gotten them. We're talking the 60s. So, yeah, but I don't think this is that. And nobody's jealous of you. I don't think he's jealous of Beyonce. I don't think he even knows her. Why would he need to be jealous of her? That was a weak position. Oh yeah, it is. And he was right. I agree with you, Maurice. I agree with you. It is very, very unfortunate that this is happening this way. When it's playing out right in front of your eyes, right? Now let's get to some serious one. And then we're going to bring this to a close. Y'all ready? The song isn't explicit, though. I want you to slow that down. The man, wait, let me do it one more time. I'm going to keep doing that. Mr. Beehive. But the man says the song isn't explicit, though. It actually has a very clear message. Women's empowerment over religious suppression. Have any of you heard the song yet? Listening to the song, do you think that's what it's meaning? I'm pretty good at literature, and I'm gonna get to what I think it means. But anyway, here's another one. This is the one that's killing me to no end. Come on, click on it. Come on. Okay. This song was very inspirational, actually. If you were more in tune with the women in your church, you understand the message clearly. Oh, God. It says it's inspirational. You guys think this is inspirational. So they said it's got a good message. It's for the church girls. Let's look at the lyrics then. I'm warning everybody, as soon as I get to the party, I'm going to go over this body. I'm going to love on me. Nobody can judge me but me. I was born free, born free. I'll drop it like a thotty, drop it like a thotty. I said, pop it like a thotty, pop it like a thotty. Me say, pop it like a thotty, drop it like a thotty. Jerk girls acting loose, bad girls acting snotty. Let it go, girl, let it out, girl. Twerk that, woo, like you came out the south. I said, drop it like a thotty, drop it like a thotty. Bad girls acting raunchy. Church girl, don't hurt nobody. You can be my daddy if you want to. You can get tatted if you want to. Put them lighters in the sky. Get them. Ooh, I guess that's not illicit. It Liddy. She gonna shake that. Ooh, and them pretty big tickle. Woo. So get them racks up. Get that money. Get your math up. I'ma back it up. Back it up on what? I'ma bust it, bust it, bust it. Now, I'm not that old that I don't know what that mean. Y'all know what that mean. I see them gray sweatpants. I see your blank check. Must be cash because it ain't your face. That's an attack on you, fellas, or her husband, maybe. It must be the cash because it ain't your face. Now do it, baby. Stick it, baby. Stick what? Stick what? Do it, baby. Spin it, spin it. Woo! Come on, come on. Yeah, this is very, very inspirational. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Oh, this song inspired me. Oh, God, yes. Thank you, God. Hallelujah. Got my tears running. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Can't you feel the edification in those words? Didn't that want to make you lay prostrate before him? Didn't it bring you into a place of holiness? Oh, thank you, God. I'm going to tell you what I think of this song. Had this been my song being used as a sample on the song with lyrics like this, I would have been highly upset. Is this what we become? I just talked about the Stellas. Now, understand, I love the Clark sisters. I love them. So this is not a personal attack on anyone. So before you messy queens get to going, you can find your way here, you know, when I go live again. But let me explain. And Alicia is right where I'm at. Alicia, thank you. We are on the same wavelength. First of all, you have an amazing voice. I just love you, girl. I do. I love you. You have an, oh my God. Every time I hear you sing, I just love you. You hear me? Next time I hope we do one of your songs, baby. I do, because I love you so much. But check this out. This is not a song of women empowerment. This is a song performed by a married woman that's going to keep other women single with, let me get to it, a dog. Because no man's going to want a thotty body jumping around like she hottie. No man's going to want no woman jumping and busting her tiggo bitties out at everyone. This to me is not a song about women empowerment. This is not a song about women suppressing the church. This is a song about women anarchists. This is a song about rebellion. This is saying I'm going to do what I want to do. Nobody can judge me but me. So nobody can judge you. You can't say nothing to me, and I don't want you to say nothing to me. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to get out here and behave irresponsibly. If you got money, you can get it. If you got cash, you can get it. If you got money, it ain't even about your face. It's not about your character. It's not even about that. She didn't even say, I want a church man or somebody that's grounded. This is not empowerment. If this is what we call empowerment, I don't want it. You can stay alone, you and your dog, and you can stay and listen to Beyonce when she goes home to her billionaire man and you go home alone. This is not empowerment. Tell me how this is empowering you. Tell me in what way how is church suppressing you? Majority of the people that go to church are women. There are hardly any men in church. You are all on a praise team. You're elders now. Some of you are even pastors. Where are you being suppressed? You talking about the Kojic? The Kojic got some, they got a lot of work to do. But I just came from a church. And guess what? Most of the prayer was done by women. It was one man. And all the prayer was done by women. Don't come and tell me you being suppressed. No, you want to do what you want to do. And all of them women that want to listen to it, you go and do it. But when you 35, 40 and you done thotting, guess what's going to happen? Beyonce is not going to be nowhere around. So get Fido, get Butch, get Wolverine, or whatever you want to call them, and go to the kennel and make sure you get one. Make sure you get his shots, though, and make sure you spay or neuter your pet. This is not empowerment. If this is what we call an empowerment, then we are in serious trouble. And people are defending this. Did you read those lyrics? Let me ask you this. If it's such a great song and it's such empowerment and it's not illicit or explicit or whatever, then why are there two versions? Not virgins, versions. There's a clean and then there's the real one. I got the lyrics to the real one. I saw the lyrics to the clean one. It ain't too much better, just took out a couple of curse words. But why would I want it? Listen, ladies. I saw an article today that I'm going to talk about a little bit on Monday. But it's saying how men are going to die lonely. No, that's not what's happening. Y'all listening too much to Beyonce. Y'all listening to too many of these songs, and it's curbing your mind. Men are just checking out. Especially men that's making above the kind of men that all of y'all wanting. They like, why? Because you thotting bodies. You.
She belongs to the streets.
If this is you, why would I need to marry you? We getting everything from you before anything. See, back in the day, they kind of had it. They taught chastity. They didn't know why they taught it, but they taught it. They taught that you need to hold yourself. They taught that you need to carry yourself like a woman, not juggling your thick old bitties, not backing it up on some man that's not your husband. They taught you need to act like a woman, classy, whatever. See, now that we got this sexual liberation and everybody just smashing everybody, who you think that benefits? When she going to the club as a church girl, wait, y'all think this is new? We already knew the church girls.
She belongs to the streets.
This happened before Beyonce. A lot of the church girls were already this way. What are you talking about? She gonna be free now. I was born free. You was born thotting. This is what was happening before. Because you decided that you didn't want to listen to the people because they were men. Now, some of the men, they do got issues. We need to work on that. But you still wanted to do what you want to do. And you listen to anybody that'll teach that junk. And that's the trick that you fall for. And the devil just sitting back doing, drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it. That's what he's doing to you because you're doing everything he wants. So, because if he can get you now, you are isolated. There will be no family structure because you've tainted yourself. No man of worth is going to want you. No man is going to want you. Thank you, David. I appreciate it. Nobody's going to want you. She is setting you up. Y'all need to stop listening to these married women or women who have more options than you dictate to you what you should be doing with your body. You need to find somebody, a therapist, whoever, a mentor or whatever that can help you get through these bad parts in life before you go out here and ruin it even more. No, you don't need to go to the party. You don't need to do all of that. I personally don't like going to the club. I think my club going days was so short-lived, and the only reason why I would ever go to a club is if it got live music. I just love live music. I like live music. And so I mostly will find myself at a jazz club or something. Like when Robert Glasper came in, I would go listen to him or something like that. That's not the same. If you go into the club, bouncing, and all these songs is sexual, just sexual. Bounce it, split it, flip it, rub it, flash it, flish it, flip it, rub it, flap it. I'm like, dude, what is this, a bop it or a club? I mean, I don't understand what's going on up in this mug. Everything is about sex now. You just bounce your booty. We can't even get men like Russell Wilson to marry women that ain't trying to twerk on trucks. That's the reason why the dating field is going down. Men are not dying lonely. You giving us everything with no commitment, nothing. You give us everything we will ever want. If you making somebody that's making $90-something thousand a year and you giving him sex for free, no commitment, and you're saying, this is all I want, okay? But then when you get old, that man is still going to be able to do it because he's at the top of earners. Top earners, that's what a lot of women go for. He's going to be okay. What about you, sweetheart? Beyonce she's going to be okay, but you're not. Don't listen to this foolishness. The man is right. Now, let me flip this. There is no amount of money you can pay me to make me go against my values. If you are using my song to promote something that goes against my belief, as a believer, I am going to pull the plug. And y'all think I'm capping? There's been some things I walked away from in life that I was like, man, people be like, you walked away from that? Yes, I did. I have some things that I'm just not going to cross into. That's me. Now, your walk may be different, but I'm thinking if you got the Spirit, even if it's a little bit in you, you may need to go get a refilling, like we back in the church, we used to say get a refilling. But I'm not that kind of person to do that. If you love God, that means, here's the crazy thing. Think about it real deep. Pause. You sacrificed. You struggled. You wrote songs. You performed. People in churches all around the world sung your song, and you would throw it all away to get your song on a Beyonce record where she sings the most despicable lyrics that you would ever think on a song that was so pure. I know you got paid. You got paid. But those scriptures that we used to say, what does it profit a man or a woman to do this and lose their soul? Now, is your soul in jeopardy? No, but your legacy could be damaged, because when we hear this song now, those of us who know music, we're not going to associate with that. We're going to associate with this. Is that what we are? Is this what we're becoming? Where money is more important than your legacy? Do you really think? Now tell me, your song was used to praise God. I don't know the song. Somebody please tell me the song. But your song was used to promote or worship God or to edify or to encourage. But now it's used in the anarchy song anthem for women. Because basically what it's telling me is, I'm a church girl, but I'm going to do what I want to do. And my body is my body. I'm going to do whatever I want to it. And if you got some money, look at the lyrics. This is what y'all think all women don't want money. No, but if you listening to this trash, like her, Nicki Minaj et toi, what's the other one? Cardi B Classes and Megan the Man Horse. This is what you thinking. It's all about money, get money from these dudes. Money, 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 money. That's what you want. And dudes, we know that. So you willing, you know what they call that when you get money for sex? Right, exactly, David. But he did it for gospel. Now, those of you who don't know, this is Timothy Wright's son, right? I know him. So let me ask you, David, I wish if I was opening a line, I definitely would have you on here. What do you think your father would have done if he did one of your songs for the rest of my life, right? And Master P took it to make his comeback. That's probably never going to happen. And it had, first of all, I had him sound like Marvin of the Chipmunks. For the rest of my life, I'll serve you. And then he started saying the most profane things. What do you think your father would have done? First of all, I don't really think he would even go for it anyway. I don't even think but what do you think he would have done, David? What do you think he would have done? Exactly. He would have pulled the plug. These people, that's what I'm saying. And you know what? That's original gospel. There is not a church choir in this world that has not sung one of his father's songs, bar none. And so this is what I'm saying. We could not be so blinded as believers that we just so enamored by her riches and her fame. Because that doesn't matter. That doesn't last. So when he said that, she sold us soul the devil. And that, now I don't know what she has done. But let me say this. Some of that stuff that they do, they push their edge. They right there on that cusp. If they not selling their soul, they doing whatever they need to do to get your attention. Something going on. Now, I ain't a conspiracy theorist, but yeah, it ain't right. It's not right. But I just don't believe in that, y'all. I think we should be better than that. We should not be arguing. But like I said, if you got them over here, once they heard that, they came like the eye thunderer. Thunder, 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 beehive, come on, hoes. I mean, they just came running to attack this man for speaking to a church about what he felt was right. Now, here's the thing. He's right. Now, let me bring this charge to you before I close. Let's close this right now. If you're the kind of person to listen to this stuff and it doesn't bother you, then I'm looking at you side eye. I'm looking at you side eye. Because I just can't believe we are here. When you can read those lyrics and say that you would want your gospel song to be sampled on that, because Church Girl was not to uplift, it was to destroy. This doesn't bring edification. It brings conversations like this up, but it doesn't elevate. It doesn't help you do anything. It doesn't say any abuse or whatever. It doesn't. I didn't see that. I mean, it said in one part, it said you grow up with friends and no man. It says that in the lyrics, with no man. One day y'all gonna get it. Until then.
Okay. All right.
But y'all tell me what you think. I'm glad you guys joined me this late. I usually don't go this late, but I just don't understand. Now, to those of you who do gospel music, keep doing you. I want to encourage you to keep doing you. I love gospel music. That's the only thing I really listen to outside of a couple of things. I listen to some other music. Don't get me wrong, but gospel music is my heart. I love it. I love gospel music, but I don't think I was offended that when I found out she sampled the gospel music anyway. I was like, if she ain't, and I wanted to listen to when it said Church Girl, I thought she was gonna do, church lyrics. That was blasphemous to us. Those people who go to church, you wake up on Sunday mornings, you go to church, and you in place fellowshipping with other believers or whatever, you do at your church, or you serve in ministry. That was disgusting. And if you got young girls listening to this, my unborn daughter, don't do it if you like your butt. Now, if you want pancake flat butt, then you go ahead and do it. I'm here Monday. Thank you. I'm here Monday, everybody. I'm here Monday. We still doing our series on Fix This. If you didn't watch Monday, it was fun. But Monday, we're talking about communication. We talk about how the way we talk to each other. One of the reasons why I feel like we're not building families or relationships anymore is because the battle is raging. And like we just saw tonight, the comment section, the way we talk to each other with just so much bitterness and pain. We're going to deal with that, and we're going to come up with solutions on all of this on Monday. And there will be another Preachers Gone Wild. So we should have all been offended. I agree. She sang her light to the public. Remember, she was She just said, yeah, I agree with you on this one, Ederic. But at the end of the day, is this what we want to represent, though? Mike, I do understand how literature works. You can listen to something or read something and get a bigger meaning. I get that. But I don't think I want to promote church girls being thoughts. I mean, even though some of that can be true, but nevertheless, but you know what? Let me be serious for a second. There has not been one time when I've talked to a woman that everybody said was quote unquote promiscuous that did not have a story. And a lot of ladies that I'm learning, because I don't try to talk for women. I don't tell you what to do. I don't like doing that. I know men, but I don't like doing it for women. But when I have conversations with you, some of you have experienced pain. Some of us have hurt you, and you've made decisions based off of what you thought would be right for you, or the fact some of you went through life where you said, I don't even care, and you just put your body out there and say, I'm getting mad or whatever. And I sympathize with that, and I do realize that goes on in the church. I do realize some of you have been sexually molested. I was one. I wasn't in the church, but I understand. I was molested. So I understand that. That's very, very real. And it does mess with your mind. So I think that's the part that we should have been worried about if we're going to do church girl. It's real church hurt. Not going out saying, I'm going to be a thought, I'm going to do this. I think that's the wrong thing to do. Because even if you feel pain and you've been hurt, being in relationships with horrible men or horrible boys, you know, some of them did you wrong. Some of them you gave your body to and they treated you like trash. Some of you, they gave you babies and they didn't try to do anything. I understand all of that. And I think if we're going to do a church girl song, David, if we're going to do a church girl song, it should be that. It should be to uplift. It's to talk about these issues, the molestation, the way they feel cast aside, the way some men have treated them, the way that they really struggle to be relevant, the way they feel like they're always oppressed and everything that they do, they got to work 10 times better to try to outdo men. This would be a good song to make to uplift them. That's real empowerment, not telling them to go to the club and shake them Tiggo Biggies, even though I like Tiggo Biggies, but nevertheless, it doesn't matter. I think that's the point that we need to make. If it had been that, it probably would be the greatest thing. And y'all know the sick thing about this, it's going to win a Grammy. That's the sickest thing. It's going to win a Grammy. That's the craziest thing. So for me, I'm looking for us. This is when gospel artists, gospel writers, gospel producers, our church girl, will define the real church woman, the church girl, the one that's still in that shell, that's holding all this pain for years and don't know who they can talk to get this pain released, not through sex, not by giving themselves up and getting drunk at some party or some club, through the love of Jesus Christ that we supposed to have in church. Show them and bring them under and give them and just sometimes let them just cry. That back in the day, they would call that getting a breakthrough. I don't know what we calling it now because after all, we don't have altar calls no more. It's too much 6-4-1-5 and not enough songs. It was one song that I was joking about with Tammy earlier, and I was saying they don't even do songs like that no more. That I learned how to live holy, songs like that meant a lot to us. What song is that now that we can use to uplift hurting people? This church girl song should have never meant. It should have been something greater that we could write. Here's my shoulder, you can lean on me. That was great. Now we need to do one for women. So if you know anybody that's songwriters, that's gospel artists, we need to do our own church girl. And here's the thing. If any of you should write it and you do the music, send me the track. I'll play it for free. I'll play it for free. Just send me the track. I'll lay the bass down. We can do our own little collaboration of what church girl. Let's do that. That would be great. Don't y'all think that'd be great? If we had our gospel artists do our own church girl song that's really supposed to be presenting what we supposed to be doing and not some ratchet ghetto stuff with cussing and all that crazy stuff, I think that'd be better. And I think Twinkie Clark will be happy to hear a version of church girl that's not corrupted. Now, you cash that check. You cash that check. And I'm not going to go at you. I love you. But you did cash that check, sweetheart. If you did. If you did, I don't know what her business is. I'm going to stop. I don't know what her business is. I don't want to do that. But if she did cash a check, I don't know if that could be me, sweetheart. I don't know if that can be me. I'm not going to do that. So anyway, bro, the devil really trying to do away with gospel music, period. Yeah, who's that said that let's do that? I agree with you, Maurice. He really is. And guess what? It's working. Let's do it. I'm with it. Let's do it. Yes, there you go. Somebody know this song. Hey, listen, I almost took myself in singing that earlier. I'm not even gonna lie. I almost took myself in singing that song because my father used to sing that song. God rest his soul. So, man, I was like, oh, Jesus. See, I'm a weeper. When I'm in church and the spirit hit me, I'm gonna cry. I'm not gonna shout. I'm not a shouter. I play bass, but I'm just gonna put my head down. I'm a sobber. That's the way I worship. It's crazy. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to jump off of here, but I love you guys. I really, really do. Monday will be fun. I do want to start bringing people on. I just didn't want to do it tonight because I know I got to be at work early. And, ooh, you trying to take me in. Oh, wow. That's good. Man, I would listen. Whew. Listen, look, you can literally listen to Timothy Wright songs and drive from one part of the country all the way to the other and never get just hit after hit after hit after hit. Dude, man, and like I said, if you went to church choir and they ain't sing his song, something was wrong with you. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I know David. David's cool. Real cool. And tell Dwayne and y'all say what's up. Okay, but I'm about to jump off of here, y'all. I'm going to play my music leaving. I am going to play it. Yes, I am. If I can ever find a folder where it is. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm about to play my song up. I'm about to jet out of here. Okay, good. Come Monday, we're going to do our show. I'm going to finish this up. Preachers Going Wild will be funny. It'll be interesting. Now, I don't attack people on Preachers Going Wild. I really don't. We talk about stuff that happens on Sunday in the pulpit. So I don't go with people personal, okay? But I love you guys. See you Monday. God bless you.
No stay